Okay, everyone. Your favorite presidents are back with another tier list. In honor of the Tony nominations coming out tomorrow, we thought we'd do a tier list of all the new musicals this season.
I'm glad we're finally doing this, Barack. Trump and musical theater are practically synonymous, and I'm going to announce right here and now that Trump the Musical, which I have been writing for practically my entire adult life, is finally getting close to being done. Everyone should keep their eyes peeled for the announcement of a pre-Broadway run.
Congrats, Donald. I know how hard you've been working on that.
Thanks, Joe. Let's try to get along better today. I know our Silent Hill tier list got a little heated, but I'm sure that our love of musical theater will unite us, and this will be a great time.
I can't see it not doing so. I'm also a huge theater fan. I remember on September 12th, 1866, I was there at Niblo's Garden for the premiere of the first musical ever, The Black Crook. Ever since, I've been hooked.
The same goes for me for when my mother brought me to see Hair in 1969. In fact, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find an interview with any of the three of us where we didn't spend a significant amount of time talking about our love of musicals.
Hey, Joe, do you remember the debate where Chris Wallace asked us to list our top 5 Stephen Sondheim musicals?
I do, buddy. We had a few differences, but we both had the underappreciated Merrily We Roll Along in the top spot.
Okay, boys, let's focus. We could spend all day discussing Sondheim, but we're looking at the new musicals this season, so we should stay on topic.
Bet.
First new musical of the season was Almost Famous.
I love the show. 2 girls kissed during the scene where they forcibly took the 15-year-old boy's virginity. It reminded me of my first time. I'd put it at A tier.
And right away, Trump has a shit take. Almost Famous was trash. Tom Kitt must have written the score in a weekend, no, an afternoon, with how unmemorable it was. The fact he got a Drama Desk nomination is a war crime. F tier.
I agree that the score was poor, but the script was basically the film's script, which was pretty good. I'd say D tier.
Remember what you promised at the sleepover, Barack. You said you wouldn't ignore my opinions this time.
I remember. Since we have an A, a D, and an F, we'll put it at D.
No, don't fuck me, Obama. Make it a C minus.
I thought you hated pluses and minuses.
I just said pluses, and that was just because you were about to fuck over Silent Hill Origins. Now put Almost Famous in C minus tier.
Straight up criminal to put it this high.
Shut up, Sleepy Joe, you decrepit dinosaur. Go listen to some Gilbert and Sullivan if you don't like the future of musical theater.
Gilbert and Sullivan were good friends of mine. Don't speak ill of them.
Stop fighting, boys. Let's move on, or we'll be here forever. The next musical is Kimberly Akimbo. I'll say right now that this is my pick for Best Musical. It's an emotionally powerful story with unique music by Jeanine Tesori. S tier from me.
If by unique you mean boring, then okay.
Can you really say that Jeanine Tesori is not the successor to the Sondheim legacy?
Shut your fucking mouth, Barack. How dare you say her name in the same breath as Sondheim's?
Cool down, Donald. We can have different opinions. Now, where would you put it?
I don't know. It had a boring score and cast a senior citizen as a teenager instead of a hot young girl.
For logical reasons. Also, you're walking on a tightrope over lava here, so watch yourself.
It just wasn't my bag, Barack. D tier.
Wow. Okay, Joe?
It was okay. It had a small cast and small orchestra, unlike the musicals of my younger years, which disappointed me. I'd say it was A or B tier. I'll go with A tier because I love Victoria Clark so much.
I can't believe we're doing this, but I guess we're putting it in A minus tier. An absolute tragedy.
Cope harder, Tesori bootlicker.
Let's be nice, Donald. We're all friends.
There are no friends in the theater.
The third new musical is in Juliet.
F tier, automatic F tier for all jukebox musicals.
Okay, calm down, Joe.
I don't like how they cast a black girl as Juliet.
Whoa, Donald. You can't say that.
Juliet was Italian. It's historically inaccurate.
You loved Hamilton, and that used racially blind casting.
Hamilton made a deliberate choice to have the story of the origin of America be told by people who wouldn't have been allowed to have been in those positions at the time due to systemic racism. And Juliet is just cliche girl power bullshit, where they felt they needed to tick every woke box. Also, if you ever compare the work of Lin-Manuel Miranda to some bland pop songs again, I'll bomb your presidential museum.
Max Martin is a legendary pop songwriter.
I don't care. He's an outsider who likely has no respect for the theater. F tier.
F tier.
I enjoyed the show. Michelle and the girls had a wonderful time. We got up and danced during the finale. Sure, I love an original score, but there's room for the occasional jukebox musical. I was going to say A tier, but I'll say S tier because you two are being bitches. Averaged out, this ends up in C minus.
D plus at most.
I thought you disliked plus tiers.
Shut the fuck up, Obama. Put this crap in D plus.
Fine. The next show is K-pop. And we can all agree this show is going to go down in history as a legendary flop.
Agreed.
Agreed. I couldn't understand a word of the show, even when they spoke English. But I was mesmerized when those skinny Chinese boys and girls did those silly dances.
That's incredibly problematic, but the dancing was a step above just about anything else on Broadway this season. The score in general was tight and impressive. The lyrics weren't anything special, but that was just because they were imitating the lyrical style of K-pop. The script was dull and illogical at times, but we don't need to say more about that. The writers of this show have already been treated far too harshly for work that isn't particularly bad, even if it isn't amazing. This might be a hot take, but I say this was an A-tier show.
Jesse Green's Times review was a tragedy. It'd be stupid to think it affected ticket sales since they were shit since early in previews. But his calling out the use of Korean when one of his favorite shows, The Light in the Piazza, has a fuck ton of Italian in it is anti-Asian racism clear and simple.
Not what I expected from you, Donald. You really are an onion.
He's as fat as Shrek, too.
Shut up, Sleepy Joe, but yes, I'm complex.
Is everyone good with A-tier?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, so A-tier for K-pop. Now we're moving on to A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical.
F-tier.
F-tier.
I also say F-tier, moving on. Some like it hot.
I remember when this movie came out. I spent hours laughing at the wacky adventures of those two men pretending to be women.
And that's a good place to start. Many people have discussed the potentially problematic aspects of this show. Thoughts?
Daphne's journey was about as woke as it gets. Anyone who had a problem with the gender depictions in this show is stupid. That being said, it was a soggy dog dick of a show. The first 15 minutes were exciting, but the second Sugar got on stage, I checked out. Adriana Hicks has such an annoying voice, and the songs that Shaman and Whitman wrote for her had me falling asleep in the premium seats.
I liked all the dancing and the big orchestra, A-tier.
The dancing would be fun if it wasn't all the same. And what was with that Scooby-Doo rip-off door thing at the end? C-tier.
I think I'll split the difference and put it in B-tier. It wasn't perfect, but it was a great throwback to classic musicals. And I agree that they worked very hard to make the show have modern sensibilities.
Oh, I love the next one. Can I start, Barack?
Donald, the next show is Bad Cinderella.
And
You can't really like this piece of crap, Donald.
not only do I like it, I think it was the best show of the season. Another masterpiece from the legendary Andrew Lloyd Webber. I didn't think there was anything that could possibly be better than School of Rock. Then he pulled this show out of thin air.
He's pranking us, Barack. He has to be.
Donald, I get you're a contrarian, but we're running out of time, so we're going to put this into F-tier and move on with the list.
Stop right there, Barack. If you put this into F tier, I will sever your spinal column.
Give it up, Donald. It isn't funny.
Barack, I fucking hate you. I will end you if you don't put this into S tier immediately.
I think he might be serious, Barack.
Fine, Trump. What do you like about Bad Cinderella?
Well, first, Andrew Lloyd Webber is an amazing businessman like me. No one in the theater has such a bigly business brain like mine. I mean, the guy wrote like 4 melodies for Phantom and convinced people to go see it for nearly 40 years.
4 stolen melodies.
Shut the fuck up, Sleepy Joe. He's never stolen a note. I'm so fucking tired of that bullshit. Everyone is just jealous of his success.
He's even admitted he stole the melodies in some of his songs like Memory and the title song in Bad Cinderella.
It's a literary illusion. Shut the fuck up. I challenge you to write something better.
Trump, calm down. Okay, I say F-tier. Joe?
F-tier.
Trump says S-tier, so we'll put it in.
You'll put it in S tier and like it.
I won't put it in S-tier.
You will put it in
Donald,
S
Music
tier.
is
we just need to move
or
on.
I
The
will
story is
come to your
nonsensical.
house
Let
and
us
The
shut
acting
your
is
signs
incredibly
on a
cringy.
music playbill.
I don't know how we can do this anymore.
We haven't been getting along for a while.
Because you won't take me seriously.
It's because you're a worthless, pathetic hater.
That might be too harsh, Barack.
Shut up, Biden. You're a pedophile.
That was unnecessary. I'm just trying to keep us together.
Maybe we shouldn't stay together. Let's just get this done, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
2 F-tiers and an S-tier makes a D+.
C minus.
Whatever. The next show is shucked. I loved it. S-tier.
Fine.
Fine. It was a great classic show.
Okay, S-tier. Last show is New York, New York. I think it could have been more developed. It should have had a pre-Broadway run, but the reviews were unfairly harsh. The leads were great, and the songs were enjoyable. B-tier? Okay, we'll do B-tier. So that's it.
I'm going to go listen to the Merrily audio I took when I won the lottery. Bye, bitches.
I'm going to send misinformation to the sweaty oracle. Later, loser.
Bye.